What if I told you that one of the biggest pop breakthroughs of the decade didn't come from Los Angeles, London, or Seoul, but from the south of Johannesburg? What if I told you that a 22-year-old South African girl took the entire music industry head-on, its rules, its expectations, its gatekeepers, and walked away victorious? This is the story of Tyla Laura Seethal, how she fought the music industry and won. Tyla was born on 30 January 2002, Johannesburg. A house full of music. Aaliyah, Rihanna, Boys to Men, Mikey J. From the outside, she looked like any other kid with a dream, but inside, she carried a fire, the kind only a true artist understands. At just 10 or 11, she was already telling anyone who would listen that she was going to be a singer. No plan B, no safety net, just the dream. South Africa has always been full of talent. But access to the global stage? That's the part that breaks most artists. No connections, no major label power, no guaranteed exposure. But Tyla wasn't waiting for permission. That becomes a recurring theme in her rise. To fight an industry, you must first understand its rules. The global industry thrives on labels. Popstar, R&B girl, Afrobeats act. You must fit neatly into a shelf. Tyla refused. Instead, she fused her influences, the sweetness of pop, the sensuality of R&B, and the heartbeat of South Africa's own Amapiano. The result? A sound she called Popiano. Her identity shaped to two: Zulu ancestry, Indian, Irish, Mauritian, a blend the industry couldn't categorize, which is exactly why they hesitated. But what others saw as confusing, Tyla saw it as her superpower. She wasn't trying to blend in. She was building something entirely new. Before the awards, before the charts, before the Grammy, there were only no's. Record labels didn't know where to place her. Amapiano wasn't global enough. And a South African girl mixing genres? Too different, too unpredictable. So Tyla did what fighters do. She went independent. Her first big move, Getting Late, shot with grit, passion, and a budget stretched to its limit. No big crew, no massive funding. Just a dream, a producer named Cool Drink, and relentless hustle. When the video finally dropped, it exploded. Millions of views, international attention. Industry heads asking, who is this girl? Tyla didn't wait for their approval. She built her own momentum and forced the industry to pay attention. Then came the moment that shifted culture. A song called Water. A silky Amapiano rhythm, a chorus you couldn't forget, and a dance challenge that turned the world upside down. #Water Challenge, millions of videos, billions of views. But here's the truth. It wasn't overnight success. It was years of preparation, meeting the perfect moment. Tyla became the first South African soloist in 55 years to enter the Billboard Hot 100. That's not just success, that's history. The music industry finally realized what South Africans had known all along. Tyla wasn't emerging, she was arriving.
Guys, I just got the news that I'm on the Billboard Hot 100. What the heck? Like, yo, guys, I don't think you guys realize how crazy this is. The last time a South African was on the Billboard Hot 100 was 1968, back in the day. And now it's 2023 and your girl made it on the chart. Like, guys, thank you so much for listening. South Africa to the world, piano to the world, Afrobeats to the world, Africa to the world, like just everything to the world. Thank you everyone for listening, like from all over the world. Means the most.
With success came pressure, and with pressure came opinions. The music industry kept trying to fit Tyla into a template. Are you pop? Are you R&B? Are you Afrobeats? Let's rebrand you. But the biggest pressure wasn't just about genre. It was about identity. As Tyla's global fame exploded, so did the conversations and the misunderstandings around her being a colored woman from South Africa. Some international audiences didn't understand what colored means in South Africa. Some assumed it was the same meaning it carries in the United States, and the backlash hit fast. On social media, people accused her of trying to invent a new race. Others questioned her authenticity, and some even thought she was avoiding identifying as black. But the truth? Tyla corrected this over and over. She explained that in South Africa, colored is not an insult. It's a cultural identity with its own history, communities, and lived experiences. A real group, a real people, and she was proud of where she came from. Still, the backlash kept coming. People dissected every interview, every label, every word she used. And through it all, Tyla refused to be silenced, packaged, or simplified for global consumption. She fought back with clarity. She corrected interviewers when they mislabeled her. She explained her heritage even when it caused debate. She made it clear that her identity wasn't up for negotiation, not by fans, not by labels. And musically, she did the same. While the industry tried to push her into familiar boxes, she refused. She insisted Amapiano wasn't a trend, it was a culture. She pushed back when executives tried to westernize her sound. And when she signed with Epic Records, she did it without surrendering her artistic identity. She wasn't being molded. She was setting the mold. And that is rare. After all the backlash, after all the confusion, after all the attempts to box her, rename her, reshape her, Tyla didn't just survive the pressure. She won. And not in a small way. In 2024, everything crystallized. Water, the song nobody in the industry believed would work, did the impossible. It climbed charts from Lagos to London, Joburg to Tokyo, New York to Sydney. Then, history was made. Tyla became the first ever winner of the Grammy Award for Best African Music Performance. The first, the blueprint, the beginning of a new chapter for African artists, especially South Africans. It wasn't just a win, it was a shift. Inside that awards hall, Tyla wasn't just representing herself. She represented Amapiano. She represented Johannesburg. She represented the colored community. She represented every South African kid who grew up hearing, "Your sound is too local. Your accent won't sell. Your identity is confusing for international audiences." But that night, none of that mattered. Because a girl from Edenville stood on one of the biggest stages on earth holding a golden gramophone, proving every stereotype wrong. in real time. And the world watched. Then came the global domination. Her debut album, Tyla, exploded, charting internationally, breaking streaming records, and earning acclaim from critics who once underestimated her. She didn't water down her culture. She didn't Americanize her sound. She brought South Africa to the world, and the world danced. Brands chased her. Fashion houses fought to dress her. Her music became a staple on TikTok, playlists, radio, concerts, runways. This wasn't a normal debut. This was a takeover. And suddenly, a new era began. An era where Amapiano wasn't a niche, it was global. An era where South African artists didn't have to adapt, the world adapted to them. An era where a colored South African girl could stand tall and say, I am exactly who I say I am, and I don't need to explain myself for you to respect me. Tyla didn't just fight the music industry. She bent it. She reshaped it. She rewrote its rules, not by conforming, but by winning as herself. This was the victory no label could manufacture. A cultural victory, a generational victory, a South African victory. And it was only the beginning.
This was the story of how Tyla fought the music industry and won. Not through luck, not through connection, but through identity, innovation, and an unshakable belief in her own voice. A reminder to every dreamer watching: your culture is enough. Your voice is enough. Your story is powerful. Just like Tyla, write your own chapter and make the world read it. If you liked the video, like, comment, share, and make sure to subscribe.